Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew, very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it. Fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Enche bia na abrantie Charles Nyama Mensa Shatta Wale Echo UK. That was Ghana Music Awards UK on the team. Echo, we saw a beautiful performance. You say your money change for fair. A lot of things are going on there. And recently, you saw one or two events. Now it's a barco happened Wolverhampton. Na every and you say the manager someone Atobi Ba Sammy Flex oti agunya kesi ma esan so ni henti na mama nya kwanya metemu or the presser ebeto abontin say that show has been cancelled. Na edin komodie bebre na ba omo ntiase say ewadodo almost say some of the paragraphs in the presser no was not necessary. Among for actual madrin bebre and adani komodie. My pound for Wahanomo. Remember Roland is closer to the SM cortex to possibly he may have one or two information via amount phone and answer clarification via
your friends press and more someone
so open beyond the pressure.
What is your friends?
See, Merco Roland's nebia. What informed the cancellation and other if or other details will be to me share. And even the conversation around the article as to wadodo certain paragraphs necessary. It doesn't meet up to PR templates near that. I don't know. What do you say about that, Roland?
Kojo, it is what it is. I will go back to what I said earlier on here discussing Afro Nation.
Okay.
Such situations is not a nyadia ede.
Okay.
Whoever is found in some of these situations, no. A young who say a nyadia sebe a yadia de will be pesoye. Name a situations nema elidi nipadi kodu baby.
Okay.
So some of these situations you raise say a man for be a kase a wadodo. In that same light, it is also your friend is saying Afro Nation, yeah, I read. Some people, I've also heard some people saying it is too short.
Okay.
Not detailed enough. And I ask myself, okay, when people are communicating certain situations, what are some of the things that they look out for? Is it to preserve something? Is it to explain certain situations? And we know, say, in our current dispensation, as much as epidemic war on, we also have infodemic. where most of the informations that we consume online, especially, if you don't take care, se we hu wasemu cheche year, obi betimi a che wa unsemu apam atade ahyew. Ebe fit o pepepe and it will fit your situation. In recent times, especially with Shatta Wale branding, we've seen certain communications be even from Onankasa Aba out. Because the communications were not detailed, no. Some people picked bits and pieces and gave it whatever the interpretation they wanted to give. So for how lengthy this particular communique is, I believe say it is one of the reasons intina ewasa, because there need to be details, especially this is not the first time Shatta Wale cancel the show, or this is not the first time even this year an artist, a Ghanaian artist, is canceling his show outside. When it has to do with Shatta Wale now, there are so many questions involved.
Okay.
There's been instances, and when it has to do with promoters not meeting his demands, it has been one of the major reasons. We've seen not long ago, I think a year or two, we had that with a Party in the Park, when he had a 1 and 2 with Dennis of Akwaba UK with regards to Party in the Park. So when it comes to Shatta Wale and its demands, I believe that this presser has come not to open up for speculations. The reasons why the artist is pulling out of this particular project is what he has stated in the presser. It has nothing to do with security. It has nothing to do with maybe something happening on the day. The only reason is what he's given. So yes, the reason probably may make sense to you. The reason may not make sense to you. Either way, to the artist, sometimes ucheche the way artist demands very complex and relative. Somebody, let me use this example. I hear certain media guys saying, oh, artists be more on do certain pedestal from interview or I tell you, pick an artist like Wendy Shea. Line up about 5 different interviews in a week for Wendy Shea. So when you say charge you be okrum, it will be a problem. Meanwhile, there are certain things to consider. Cost involved, operational cost and all that. Artists bet me by interview on atari obeshe wo interview no. On share baby. You see some of these costs, people may not even take their mind to that side. And when artists begin to make certain demands, obviously it will become, oh, and now there we say dodo and now who dodo now funny say dodo now fun say. So it is in that light.
One phrase I is so prominent in the conversation here, luxurious demands. Like the organizers couldn't meet luxurious demands. I want for a question that phrase, say when you say luxurious demands, what are we talking about? Do you have any meaning for that in respect to, because the demands, but the emphasis on luxurious demands, do you have any explanation?
Okay, so this is it. We have outrageous demands.
Yes,
exactly. And we know, say in recent times, Shatta's demand on shows from his service has became a topic of discussion. In 2 weeks, we are just coming from that conversation now.
Sure.
Obe State say, oh, or charge £80,000 for Ghana Music Awards UK. It became a whole topic, even as insult on his brand. So when it comes to artists and their luxurious lifestyle and demands, Shatta is not the first one. Even in Africa. Recently, I chanced on the video's interview saying that now, if he is going to even offer you a feature, it is about $500,000 or even $1 million.
Okay.
You understand? This, somebody would see it as outrageous. But in the artist circles, it is a luxurious demand, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
Because that is the standard that they've been able to build for themselves. So Obika said, okay, I am charging you. So in order not for people to misinterpret the demand that he's talking about, that is why he would want to qualify it as luxurious, so that some people will not come and say it is outrageous. You understand?
Could it be the reason why they couldn't afford? Because if it's about luxury, then we all know what luxury means. So it could be that it is outrageous. Yes, and they can't afford it. That is why the show didn't happen, because the emphasis on the luxury.
Burna Boys,
wrap up for me.
As event organizer, Minyan come the Burna Boy, Ebeba Ghana Bebo show. But will I be able to meet his demand? No.
Okay.
If I won't be able to meet his demand, there is no way I can work with him.
Okay.
It's plain and simple. The artist may have a certain rate. If you can meet it, there will be business.
Okay.
If you can't meet it, definitely there will be no unless business. One decides to compromise.
Could it be said these demands where they could come here to do my
So you see, if a business, if the artist demands, not promote anything, of course there will be service.
Okay.
A service will be rendered. But in this instance, press about openly out, then definitely the demands were not met.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Roland Amate, for your submission on Shatta's cancellation on the Wolverhampton show, which I think a lot of people are disappointed. They were waiting to see that spectacular performance from Shatta, but and to me, so let me move straight to Adam. You are coming from a PR background, and you understand how some of these communications is done. And a press and a lot of people are making comments about certain part of it. It wasn't necessary. They could have kept it straight. From your part of, so Uhun is saying, from the presser, the show now you're calling off, organizer side, the artist side, patrons and all of that. Put all together and let's see how you say.
The ultimate aim of PR.
Okay.
PR management, buffering and bridging.
Okay. Buffering
and bridging. Now the buffering is that in soy.
Okay.
It means so
okay.
Into buffering here. Mami mpon buying.
Okay.
Na amount for and say means so and so one Jimmy so
okay.
And I say so body be and mammy so.
Mammy so.
Said ya me jia de way no. Na me sense wa bridge.
Okay.
What it means is that as you are protecting your turf, you connect to the people.
Okay.
Until you protect and you connect.
Okay.
So anything I will hear with PR in mind, you need to think about buffering and bridging. How you are protecting your organization or your brand, and how you are at the same time connecting with the public. If you look at the tone, first of all, let me tackle the tone of the press release. What should the tone of the press release are? You see repetitions.
Okay.
Asem bako ye wan no akan in so many ways. You also see boastfulness and our boasting. Ye boasting. Gold standard.
Okay.
When it can be gold standard.
Okay.
Luxurious demand. And you see pride.
You see pride in the presser. Which side? Because
that's the tone.
Which side?
Now, I'll say we regret to announce the cancellation of the highly anticipated Shatta Wale concert scheduled to take place at the hangar in Wolverhampton on November 4, 2023. The decision has been made due to unforeseen circumstances concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. Now, concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. And how do you call this an unforeseen circumstance? First of all, they didn't meet your demands, but you agreed to promote the show and tell your fans on all your platforms to come. You knew that, or say, circumstances concerning the artist's demand that the promoters have been unable to meet. So you know they have been unable to meet. That is not an unforeseen circumstance.
Okay, so it could be that we agreed that this is what we are going to do, but getting to the latter part, we realize
now what the projection they are making in this statement doesn't give rise to that compromisation. I say Shatta Wale, the celebrated and accomplished musician with numerous chart-topping hits to his credit, has set the gold standard in the music industry. As a result, his rider and contractual requirements are equally grand. Both and reflecting, your brand will talk for you. You don't have to remind people. Reflecting his status as wealthy and successful artist and business mogul.
In Afro Nations Presser, they stated the successful event.
No, but they didn't say they are wealthy.
But their track records into the contribution that they've even done.
Let me analyze the statement. Let me analyze. They didn't say they are rich. You don't have to remind people you're wealthy business.
They stated their contribution to Afro. Who doesn't know Afro Nations contribution?
So I can qualify this to say a boastful. That's
so the Afro Nations statement was
that tone is different from this.
Wow.
But this is my opinion.
Well, it's your interpretation.
Exactly. It's boastful.
Allow him to.
I say, over the past 2 weeks, we have been diligently working to bring Shatta Wale's electrifying performance to the people of Wolverhampton. The hangar known for hosting world-class events was chosen as the venue for this remarkable night of music and entertainment. We believe this concert would not only celebrate incredible talent of Shatta Wale, but also offer unforgettable experience for his dedicated fans. However, we regret to inform the public that despite best efforts, the promoters have not been able to meet the luxurious demands and requirements. What is luxurious? Conditional and kind of luxurious, man.
I think
what be luxurious?
Time
what do you be luxurious? Yeah, the best one.
Now, born it tough.
You understand?
I'm out for
I think, like I said, the tone doesn't talk about bridging and buffering.
What's it luxurious?
Yes.
Extremely comfortable or elegant.
Extremely
comfortable or elegant.
I mean, why do you, like I said, one casano
there's a line that says one fitting an artist of his stage.
One casano opese I say you want to opese I say obon uhuto.
Want to shoot your own.
You want to shoot yourself in the whole thing. So how when you say extremely comfortable, and everyone will say then the promoter was right not meeting that extremely comfortable taste of you. I mean, the choice of words. I mean, we have to learn. Some of these things, we say it not for saying sake, but we have to learn. For me, I think the presser was too boastful. It was repetitive. And into the money yet, who told you you cannot be brief and straight to the point and very explanation? For me, as a PR person, what I see from this is that there is an original reason
Okay.
which they are not bold to put out. But
What would that be?
but they are
What
trying
could
to
that be?
but they are trying to cut some corners. What I say?
Okay.
Maybe there
End it for me.
are real reasons, but they can't go straight with the real reasons. And it's not whining in the press release. And for me, I think that we need to be very careful the way we choose our words
Away.
when we are writing press release. A PR communication.
Okay. Okay.
And PR,
Okay.
because it deals with reputation, a reputation management,
Okay.
we should know how to manage the reputation. So that at the end of the day, it will not create problem for the brand. Because at the end of the day, it opens the brand up for ridicule and more attacks.
Okay.
Did you protect the reputation? You couldn't.
Okay, okay.
So we should be very, very careful
Careful when
we are writing this thing. And headline, cancellation. You are not the organizer. At best, you are pulling out and are withdrawing. But headline is today.
Cancellation.
Into your announcement, I'm organizer. It's like there are two people in the press
In the
release.
press
In IPA 2, organizer not for one side, and a Shatta
Okay.
was for one side.
Okay. Edem, that is from Edem, and don't be surprised. It's also coming from a PR background, so he's also giving his view on that. Let me move on to Stephen Forson. He's also well versed in this sector. Into also sa when you may be as it. Ora, and come ba among for say presser no. And kebet me a brief certain part to be or I'm face and some the shame. And also considering the side of the event organizer as well, because we are all into this together. I say two sides of a coin. We are all together. Into the all balancing money now. What do you see about this?
Okay. Before them, I mean, read the press release, picture.
Okay.
Maybe English in Huma.
Okay.
This is the press release they released.
Okay.
The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to the London tomorrow.
That is it. Brief.
Yes. For such an important and this is the announcement that announced that Ohimane, the Queen of England, the United Kingdom, and yet on my back home, Canada count, Australia count, Ireland count, Scotland count, Wales count.
I can see a man over
and only 2 sentences, yo.
Wow.
So you see, sometimes one can say we press someone, and my was a short.
Okay.
Okay. Simple.
Okay.
You see, some sentence we were over say too short, but if it until you won't go for your training specifically for this kind of job. Let me tell you, in some place that I work, which I wouldn't state, you drop press our own. The levels of people who read before it actually comes out, you'll be surprised. It's not a joke. Yeah, at the end of everything, you're one person here, so can answer aqua out. So no can say, okay, answer. But you see, anything you say now, there are certain words we have to look at the tone, and then near the American and the mood of the letter. Because see, you read the letter and the mood. No. First of all, what are you trying to achieve? Maybe what they are trying to achieve is not what them is trying to achieve. Maybe in view of recent happenings in our media space, £80,000, and yeah, £80,000, you know, they still have that, how do you call it, propensity to prove to people that they are worth the £80,000. Hence the word luxurious. Okay, as to whether it was right to use or not right to use, Nadia, we will leave that to the people. Obi owa, if they themselves probably in common can say luxurious demands. And our can say due to some demands are
okay.
Now you be say with demands. Now be we can say oh or can say yen ship and mefano.
Exactly.
Then we leave it to the people to say hey send their ship the boy they no do. Now or can say to another standard no. Yeah, normal.
Because the first paragraph was demands.
Yes.
The first paragraph was stated demands.
Exactly. Which nka conversation because but then
repetitions.
yeah, but then you see I said when they can't they can't because of baby I want but I say when you must do so you as I say
Exactly.
I say can you do you near Shatta Wale and more especially you near Sammy Flex or also any manager. You get it. I think at some point we need to look at in your PR per se. Your person can show a show like that should come on.
Exactly.
I say you see, because a negotiation always let's agree on the end. Even if there's a problem, you can't know actually. It's in a court war. You sign agreement. Also, mommy say, one farmer, yeah, that's one to me and many then. All those things must appear in the contract.
Okay.
You get it? Okay, mommy 80,000 pounds. But the mommy 50,000 pounds is here. Now, yeah, and I said before the show, no, but some mommy 50,000 pounds. What I say, and Matthias say, okay, my Jimmy 50,000 pounds. Hey, show them about so many, on for 30 now, can I then, mammy. But you see, I will still go ahead and perform my part of the deal. Me perform me, yeah. You owe me. What they make up? Whichever means legally, me first wa Jimmy sika there. Ne afaso.
Afaso.
I would rather you owe me than me to owe you. In fact, some member show now say 150 that media. I might have to return it to you. If you insurance contract, they say we will not refund. All those things, you know, one refund this one. Then you can now come and look at relationship. Say okay, okay, say even in my space, I to be also be renting stage. Nipa nika so be renting stage, you know. We tia be ABI the amount 5,000 or the be 3,000 at all. Say they me be fine na me den kan na ba. E we agreement you say money is paid and non refundable. But they now so nipa ne oh Charlie. Program near the choir no. BBAC. Ye nya permit bi nti ai den. Ya account
human
we dey patcho. Sika ni child and the bend there. Ono crash suggest say make I one time the gentleman suggest say oh the man be nan fa bi. Okay, in some of the situations you have to measure okay we don't need be. He say na so me fa say because me so side that na ko be rent stage you know for full amount.
Exactly.
Also who dey intimate then but we are in business together. That's the human face of business. We are in business together. We share profits and we also share losses.
Okay.
Nti wo hu chiro me ntimi nka say me you okay.
Me okay.
O dey cool. You see what happens the human face is also not there. Look, even shows also baby nya na man for etua ni nyina sao. So sometimes one thing I also wanted to say is one where the demands made clear at the point of agreeing to the event agreement. Where the demands made clear at the point. This is the point I wish I have.
Got to a point.
This is the point I wish I had someone like the manager, Sammy Flex here.
Yes.
And then the event promoter also here. Then we ask them, what say our demands we asked before?
Before
me provided these demands and now. And did they come back to come and plead? Because in every agreement can be varied.
Because if say agree from the onset. And our organizer no then there could be a breach of contract. Even Shatta can even take them on.
Even say you agree this is contract for you. You agree say okay obema me 100,000.
Yeah.
Majatum. But me ko e ma kwatna say 100,000 na me agree and cry mean to me there. In contract law you have every right to come back to come and plead. Ghana since signed so many bad deals, electricity, power budget deals, previous agreement, government has signed. when the new government came, now you say, a more room. Because some of the contracts say, you see, made the amount, and as some degenerator is here, say, also, one so, may do say. What I say, generators here, so I produce electricity at home. Now, man, so the man on electricity, how do I get money to pay you? It means you confess car before for any debate. These are some of the agreements. Oh, Basana, you have every right to do what? To come in and then renegotiate. Say, oh, okay. I'm passing a can say, but you're very necessary. Maybe a certain time, also, one could dim, work Shatta Wale, and as a world service provider, no, one could dim. Sometimes go in here, maybe or Tamale. Let me use myself as an example. Monsieur, my team, if I flight, I call Tamale, see a coyage maybe. In conformity to my mind, my example, I don't remember the amount. Say, so my say, I check 15,000 or so. It's a very long time ago. Now, me dem in California, I'm calculating me fair near dinner, video be a go. You could do a plan and say, okay, Sikania can, you could share your coffee, 15,000, your coffee 6K beat me at 3,000. Because you, at that point, you have to get sense. And I mean, yeah, you man, and they will play for other coins. This way, half a loaf is better than none. No, so when you are a businessman, when you are thinking, until the young folk command your business, no, you have emotions and so in your business. Or beyond so the emotions, say business, you mostly lose at the end. Until me as a businessman will sit back and say, okay, oh dear, Mati, Sadia Mayama, but Mayama, what again can we do? Okay. ODJ 3,000 no. But then you have another contract be over. Opa, you beat me there no so then. I can one man. So the be at least all the better can be so kakra.
I remember
me as a businessman, Kojo, I will negotiate, I will do renegotiation and then get something better to do. You into that the she showbiz is like any other business. A business.
There was a big concert in this.
I tell you, say you bet me I start here for course.
My wrap up now. You me feel say
your points.
Me bow. Me feel say the business management of Minia Shatta Wale, yeah, which is the Sammy flex na palm for. Sometimes, and yet in some saying it is not a good PR for the brand.
No.
See, it's not a good PR. Or before for ever highway, also even they say only submarine. On the show, no. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so it can deter.
It is a bad
potential
for business wise. You don't even have to allow certain things to come out. I said, Mokan Kukum. Sometimes we just stage a boy, show when you are not happy because I can't.
All right.